So now we're headed into our main course, and we're going to be making prawn risotto. So we'll be cooking our prawns here and our risotto in the next pan. So what we want to do is I've put some butter here and some olive oil. Make sure anytime that you're cooking with butter, you just put a bit of olive oil to make sure that the butter does not burn. So we'll just let it become a bit softer, hotter rather. So I'm going to put in our prawns. And isn't that sizzle just the best? You definitely want to have that sizzle. And you'll notice the prawns start turning pink as we go. Make sure that they're well spread out so that they're evenly cooked. Now with this recipe, you can literally use all types of seafood. So you can either use prawns, you can use scallops. It's really up to you. You can use really anything that you want to. Octopus, if you want to, it's up to you. What I love about risotto, as I said before, it's very light, so it can go with any meal. You can also use chicken, you can use beef, you can use goat or lamb, whatever it is that you feel works for you, go for it. So we'll give this a bit of time to just, cook inside nicely. Once they turn nice and pink, we'll turn them around, give them a few more minutes so that they can obviously cook inside, and then we'll remove them and we'll add them to our risotto, which is coming right up. At this point, feel free to add your salt if you want to. A little bit of black pepper. So you can see the meat is now starting to turn into like a nice pink, a nice yellow. That means it's cooking nicely. So we can actually turn it around. I can just smell that very yummy taste from the prawns. I really love prawns. They're small, they're light to eat, they're healthy to eat, nice to nibble on as well. So maybe next time I'll show you how to make a prawn starter at home. Now as we give this a bit of time to cook, we will move on to our risotto. So we'll let the butter heat up a little bit. The only thing you need for risotto is your onion, a little bit of garlic. You normally want to use your chicken stock instead of water because it gives it a bit more flavor. So those are the only three key ingredients that I use to make my risotto. And you'll see it's a process to make risotto. You don't make it the same way you make it. You make your rice. So you keep putting in the liquid as you go and not all at once. Let's check on our prawns. Oh, they're becoming nice and golden. What I'll do is reduce the heat on the prawns just so that they can continue cooking inside now that we've gotten, some color onto the prawns themselves. And then Now that our butter and olive oil is nice and warm here, we'll start putting in the onion. Again, let the onion saute for a while. Let it get that nice sweet taste before you put anything else that you're cooking, because that influences the flavor of your food a lot. So we'll give the onion a few minutes to cook. You need to be able to keep turning your prawns because you don't want them to burn. So our prawns are now ready. They're nicely cooked on the inside and nicely browned on the outside. So what we're going to do is set them aside for use. Now that our onion is nice and soft and sweet, we're going to go in with a little bit of garlic. You do not want to overwhelm your risotto with too much garlic like we do with meat, because it really cooks well with the meat, but risotto is quite light, so you want to use just a little bit of garlic to give it that nice flavor, but you can still enjoy the taste of a risotto. So mix it up. You want to make sure the garlic is nicely cooked before you put in the risotto, so that you don't have to taste too much garlicness in your risotto. With that, we can now pour in our risotto. Now what happens with risotto is, normally I don't measure with a cup, I just pour it in, because you gradually add on your liquid, and then risotto tends to puff up quite a bit, so you don't even need much. So with this, I'm going to be cooking for a team of 4. So let's see how it goes. Just put all of it in. Risotto doesn't need any cleaning. It's already cleaned and packaged, ready for cooking. So what you want to do is fry up your risotto into that onion and into that garlic. Let it consume those flavors first before actually boiling it. So risotto is, I don't know if I could call it a sort of a rice, but it's an Italian type of rice. Puffs up very, very hugely, so to speak. And you'll see how much risotto will produce from just this batch. And you want to make sure that you keep on turning it, because you don't want it to burn. And with that, you can now start going in with your liquid. Now, with rice and with risotto, I normally don't use water. What I do is I'll have boiled some, kienyeji chicken, or just some chicken bony chicken rather, a few days in advance. And I'll use that stock from the chicken to make my risotto, as the liquid in my risotto, because it gives it such a nice flavorful taste as opposed to water. Water can really weigh down on the taste of risotto. So we'll start with just a bit. You don't want to put too much. You want to make sure you continue stirring it, because it loses that water very fast. The water literally gets into your risotto in a matter of seconds. So you can see it's already getting in. It's becoming drier. And the best thing about risotto, you want to serve it very creamy when it's attached to each other. I'm going to reduce the heat just so that we can give it time to cook well. But you can see the heat, the water absorbs into the risotto very, very fast. I can already feel the risotto is becoming softer. So you want to make sure you have enough stock to ensure that your risotto cooks all the way through. I can just smell the aromas from it. Okay, we'll go in with a bit more chicken stock. And here now you can cover it a little bit. Now that it had absorbed water the first round, it won't absorb too fast, but you still have to keep an eye on it. We're going to cover it and give it a few minutes. Remember to cook it under low heat. So we'll give it maybe about 2 minutes and then we'll come back and check on it. Okay, so we're now ready to put in our last bit of our chicken stock. I can literally already smell chicken in my risotto. So we're gonna go in with our last bit of it, just to make sure that the risotto actually cooks all the way in. So we'll give it about maybe 5 minutes. Then the water should have absorbed all the way into the risotto. Now, as a true Kenyan, I'm going to take, as a true African, let me just say as a true African, I've tasted my prawns and they're still a bit bland. So what I'm going to do, you see, as Africans, if the food doesn't hit, you have to make it hit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it back into the fire and I'm gonna add a bit of spicing. My favorite, literally my favorite spicing of all time, Maggie's cubes. I'm not even trying to promote this, that is not paid, but that is literally just my favorite spice. So I'm gonna put this back into the fire, put in a bit of butter and Maggie's cubes, and then see if it picks up that flavor. So I'll take a small pan. What I did is I warmed up a bit of butter. I put in some of that nice spicing in there. In fact, what I want to do is put these in first. Can you just hear that sizzle? I live for sizzles when I'm cooking. And what we're gonna do is pour in this mixture. And make sure we spread it around. Make sure each one of your prawns gets a taste of that mixture. And you want to do this on low heat so that the Maggie's cubes cannot burn.
That's good.
So I'm going to taste this for you guys since it fell. It's literally already catching on to the prawn. In the meantime, we'll check on our risotto. Still has quite a bit of liquid, so it's a sure bet that it will cook all the way through. Okay, so let's check on our prawns. They smell delicious. What I will do is actually taste one of them. I'll take the tiny baby here. It's hot. So that spice has gone in. You can now tell the prawn is not actually bland. But I'll give it another 2 minutes and then I'll remove it from the fire.
Yes.
So it seems our food is now ready. Just gonna flip that a little bit. Ooh, ooh, smells so nice. So this is ready. Our risotto also seems like it's just about ready. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a little bit of garnish onto the risotto. You wanna give your risotto a little bit of color, because obviously, you know, it's just nice and white or cream. So just put in a bit of parsley. Save some parsley for the later garnish though. So this is just to go into the risotto itself for that pop of color. The other thing you can put is green peas, but it's really up to you. You can also put yellow peppers, red peppers, it's really up to you. But I prefer green on my risotto because it's a nice, cute, lush color. And then we're also gonna go in with a bit of cheese. So I really like my grated Parmesan cheese. Very easy to consume on risotto. Just put in a bit of it. It makes it, you know, nice and sticky because you want to have your risotto sticky. And you can always put in a bit more cheese once you serve. And with that, our food is ready and we're ready to plate it. And now I am happy to present you the last meal of the day, our main course, our prawn risotto. So I'm going to plate this. Plating for me is a very big deal. And I hope I don't angusha myself today. but I really love plating because I like to have my food looking very nice on the plate. So with risotto, you want to put it in the center, you want to put it in a bowl-like plate. You could put it on a flat plate also if you wanted to. But you put it in the center, sort of create a hollow around it, but not too hollow. Okay. Now that the risotto is plated, we're gonna go ahead and plate the prawns. But I wanna put the prawns just right at the center. You know, they create a better aesthetic. And then finally, garnish with your parsley. And the coolest thing is when I garnish with parsley, I just like to throw in some parsley just around the plate. Makes it look very 5-star. Wouldn't you agree, Naomi?
Yes.
Just that it's almost like a beautiful mess that you're creating. And so with that said, I am hosting 2 very beautiful ladies at my home today, and this is what I'm going to be presenting them with. But I'll actually invite them over here to taste and tell me what they think. So as I wait for the ladies to join me, I mean, you know I gotta do this. So we do have to put some salt bay into our meal. Some salt bay into our meal. And also serve them a bit of wine. All right, let's dig in.
Koi.
What?
What's the secret of this risotto?
But how is it? No words?
It's amazing.
Really? What do you taste in the risotto? How does it taste?
Chicken flavors?
You can taste the chicken flavor?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
A little bit of cheese here and there.
Uh-huh. So you can actually taste the cheese, because I put very little, because I didn't want to
But it's
overpower
creamy.
it.
It's
Oh,
creamy.
that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's creamy.
Okay. Yeah? And for you?
And a bit of lemon.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, yeah?
I did. Yes.
You can taste that. It's amazing.
Okay.
It's mouth filling though.
Oh.
More than the rice, the typical rice.
Yes.
Yeah.
But does it feel heavy?
No, it's quite light.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I love about
And it has
risotto.
flavor. That's what I love about it. It's not like the basic plain rice.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm gonna join you guys and enjoy the meal with
Ooh.
me. Okay, let's try. The chef herself has not tried, so let's see. This is the best risotto I've ever made,
Are you
to be honest.
serious? It is so good.
You know, when I'm inspired, when I have people that I care about that I want to cook for,
Yeah.
I put in a lot more effort than when I'm cooking just for myself.
Thank you.
So you guys mean a lot to me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, let's do this.
I want to see your reaction.
Let's try with some prawns.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seriously,
It tastes really good.
that spice in that prawn hits so good. Naivas, once again, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to show all your fans, all your audiences, the kind of things, the kind of meals they can prepare with produce from Naivas. Everything we cooked today was from Naivas. In fact, the cutlery we used today was from Naivas, apart from the wine glasses. But our champagne glasses were from Naivas. And I'm looking forward to doing a nice picnic, hopefully tomorrow, with, you know, some Naivas items as well. So I will definitely be seeing you in the next video. Thank you, Naivas. Thank you, Naomi. Thank you, Tats. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.